Use your words. I'll give this to you, men, that mastery begins where sabotage ends. And men, we're so good at sabotaging our relationships, not just in our marriage, but in the relationships around us, is every time we're together, it's just business. Every time we're together, it's just the Cowboys or whatever your team may be. Every time we're together, it's just whatever it may be. But we don't allow ourselves to have true, intimate, close relationship with others because we don't talk about it.
Sure. Yeah, no, I love this. I love what we get to share in regards to just, expressing, just, hey man, I miss you. I enjoy your company, and I'm honored to have you in my life. That same translates to your spouse, and it has to be there. It has to be there from the standpoint of allowing yourself first to be dependent on them in a healthy way, to express missing them and knowing that creates some longing and excitement, and you get to look forward to coming back together. But I love what you said, and it's so simple as use your words, men, because that is the one place that I think we can all improve on our communication, especially when we're away from our person.
Yes, very powerful.
It's good.
It's very powerful. Number 4 is to be able to count on your spouse. Be able to count on them to be there. And what that means is you have to create space for them to show up for you. So many of us as men don't trust anyone. We're raised in a society that says all you can trust is yourself.
Yeah.
If it's going to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps and get it together, which will get you down the road a little bit. But we all know when you try to go up a hill by yourself, it's very, very difficult than when you try to take a hill with a group of people. And so you've got to be able to count on others. And so I just think about this baseball analogy that as far as creating space for others is everyone's human, right? At some point, if we do enough life together, Aaron, you or my spouse or whoever it may be is going to let me down.
Sure.
Right? Nobody bats 1,000. Even in the major leagues, if you're batting 300, right, you get one hit out of every 3 at bats, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And the same thing works in a relationship. You've got to be able to make space for people to show up for you, but also realize that at some point they're going to fall short, just like you are, because we're all human.
And I think the allowing yourself to count on them, Josh, you said this perfectly, is, allow them to show up, but it's creating opportunities for you to ask for what you need and have them and be able to let them fulfill it. And so that's knowing what you want, being able to express your needs, not being isolated by yourself, but literally be able to say to somebody is like, hey, listen, I really appreciate it when you do this, or I love it when you do this. It means so much to me when you do this, and being able to know that they have an opportunity to do it. And that's, again, using your words, guys, because if you don't express what it is you need and want and how someone can show up for you, I'm going to sideline on you for a second. You pulled out your phone a couple weeks ago. We were talking about something, and Josh took down a little note, and I think it was around a love language. So it was like, I wrote down, I was like, man, I feel really loved when she does this. And it was just a meaningful thing, and it was just like a random opportunity. But I guarantee you he's cataloged that so that he can show up in a way that just expresses how much he cares about the relationship that him and I have.
Yeah, that's true. I could pull on my phone again and remind you of it, but no, I do. I partially blame this on my 7 concussions. So my short-term memory is not amazing. But what I do know is what makes relationships work really well, and that's making another person a priority in my life. I have made you a priority in my life. I've told you as a friend, I'm going to pursue you. And if this ever doesn't work out, it's because you leave me. It's just a decision that I made. So part of that is you made a comment about what helps you feel loved or feel important a certain way. So because I knew that I would forget that, I pulled out my phone, I went to my contact book, the same way I do with my wife. When she says she likes her latte ordered a certain way, or she likes a specific dessert, I go to the notes and I make a note of it. And so I've got notes under all the people that are closest to me of things they've just said sporadically, because I now know if I want to get you a gift, or I want to show up really well for you, or if I want to love you well, I've got my own cheat sheet. So we can use that in our relationships.
Yeah. And I think that from not only asking for your needs and paying attention, but being disciplined with some practice like that with your spouse, being able to take down notes of, her shoe size, her outfit size, things that she loves, how she likes her coffee. Those little pieces show that you are paying attention, you're consistent, and that you can be counted on for her.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up. That reminds me of myself. Thanks.
Love it. You do that very well, my friend.
That's true.
All right. So let's recap these for these guys.
Yep. So the four ways to change your current circumstance and allow someone to take your 6 are these 4 things: physical and emotional closeness. Number 2 is to confidently reach out, to share without expectation. 3, allow yourself to miss them and use your words. 4, to be accountable, to be able to count on them to be there. Give them space to show up.
It's great. It's great. Next week, we're going to talk about the things that sabotage emotional closeness.
Oh man, that'll be a hot one.
And puts you on the island of emotional starvation. And there's 3 saboteurs that we're going to touch on and talk about, what you need to do to make sure that you recognize them, but also not let them take over the relationship. Because again, the positive effect of having somebody at your 6 means you're unshakable. You can take on any domain, any challenge, any problem, any obstacle. You feel truly bulletproof, feel like Superman. When you don't have that, that's where the anxiety, the fear, the isolation shows up. And there's things that we do as men that sabotage that closeness. And we're going to be touching on that next week.
It'll be exciting.
Boom.
Bring your popcorn.
Let's go. As always, my friends, if this episode served you, do us a favor, leave us a 5-star review, a comment, share it with another man on the journey in his relationship, marriage, and connect with us. Shoot us a DM. We have a free community online. We're dropping in regular daily content. We're giving you guys a ton of assets and resources in there. But join us on the journey to becoming a high value man.
Like it.
Much love, many blessings. Talk to you soon. Boom.